You can make sure audio, desktop audio. That shouldn't matter, right? Oh, it's there finally. Okay, I see it. I see it. Now, oh, I hear myself. Is that coming through your computer? All right. Now that is built-in microphone. Yeah. Hold on. So I have my. It's probably all that needs to hear. Multi-output device. No, that's not what I want. Let me see here. Built-in output. Channels 9. Your speakers output. Do that again. No, yeah, no. Yeah, correct. Okay. I show you audio capture. All right. I'm still hearing myself on a delay. Yeah. That would be very odd. OBS doesn't output. Am I? I thank you. Oh, no. Good thing no one's listening right now, huh? Oh. Ooh, how fast can this install? Continue. Well, I mean, I know that I present things before. I know the risks. Mm-hmm. Oh. Mm. Awkward. Do not disturb. What do you want me to do with this logo here? Uh, uh, yeah, I got to save it somewhere though. Yeah, it's in my web browser. Browse. Desktop. And I need to put this down there. Yeah, I've got the 36th birthday coming up here. 30. The hell is streamer mode anyway? This I could probably read the help and figure it out. God, this is taking forever to install. Oh, down here? Is it not? It's not. Okay, it's not just capturing the browser here. I'll do this. I did. You're correct. That is what I did. See, I have it set up. Yeah. I'm going to add a existing overlay. Go. How did that just do? It's. I mean, it's taken a few seconds. It's obviously behind me, but yeah. Yeah. I don't know that QuickTime is the best way to because QuickTime's a little janky. QuickTime's a little janky. Okay. So that. Oh, I'm waiting for the installer to finish. It also may work better when it's not trying to install something. My CPU's not 100%. Why is this taking so long? Probably because I'm also streaming. Yeah, it's taking a lot of my resources at the moment. Yeah. Move to trash. All right. So now I did this. All right, I did that. Blah blah blah. Do I now? Let me see, OBS. So now I should be able to come here. What's up, Benny? You you can be the entertainment. That would probably be working better because depends on what you mean. It depends on what you mean. Do you mean like IT technical type person? Because I suck at that. Because I am. Does he?
Miter? Well, right now he's just trying to modify his audio output devices.
Yeah.
And he's trying to slice it up.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. How's it going there, Frex?
Super great, can't you tell?
He's scared. So, how's, you guys are primed for win number 3? If you're already there, I should ask. Everybody won, right? I know we watched you win, but...
Yeah, and both of my matchups are cakewalks, I think.
Yeah, I thought, well, you were all critical, like you were doing such a you lost Han in that matchup with Did you lose 2 in that matchup? Or is it just Han that you lost?
Just Han.
I know because of the delay.
Actually, today was Monday. I've been off work for so long that I do not remember. What the hell is going on here?
Like plus 20. Well, I'm like we'll consider like plus 10 speed.
No.
Like plus 20. Well, like we'll consider like plus 10 speed. Yeah, we're coming through on the.
Yeah, we're through the stream now.
We're coming through.
Yep.
Hello. Welcome to the SchwartzCast.
Do you want
And
to
lots of words?
Do you want to go ahead and dump this stream and start a new one, or do you want to just go?
We can just go.
Frax, are you trying to talk because you haven't said anything?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to. I want this to go there, but now I can't hear you.
You can't hear us? That's gonna be a problem.
Frax, are you running your phone and your computer?
Yeah, no, I can't hear anything.
Frax, you should just do you're doing your voice from Discord and putting it into YouTube, correct?
Kinda. That's sort of what he's doing.
Multi-output.
He's really pulling
Hey.
He's really pulling the audio from his speaker and putting it in.
Okay.
Does that work? Hello.
I.
Hello.
I can hear you. You can hear me?
Yes.
Yep. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. However, I'm not sure. I show you audio capture. Okay. Settings. Audio. Dang, it's already 10:30.
It's only 10:30. Well, it's 11:30 for JD, and he's like, "Geez, would you guys get this thing going?"
Oh wait, okay,
It's
that's way down there at the bottom. Aggregate. Okay, I see it now. I think
JD.
I think this should all be.
We're all coming through. I just checked it.
We're all coming through.
Oh boy.
All right.
So let me go back to our live listener here and say, at live listener, we are actually functioning now.
Boom.
On our live stream. And the link is here.
All
right. So, Frax, why don't you bring us in here? Why don't you bring us into the mindset of what you want to accomplish tonight?
So,
yeah.
My mod. Okay, starting off, we're going to be talking about my mods. And if you two guys could keep an eye on the chat, that'd be great, because I'm going to be in full screen in a different.
Yeah, I'm good. I got chat.
All right. So my mods have become more and more of a mess ever since Revan came out. So I was going to pretty much remod everyone on my roster, top to bottom, just because it needed to be done. So I started to look at it this afternoon, and I realized that it might actually be helpful to other people to see someone do this. And I figured I could also, bump some help off of you guys in the midst of being mocked while I'm doing it. So that's the idea.
Well, let's. Why don't we set a measurable goal for this evening? Let's do your arena team.
Oh, that's not gonna the arena team's not gonna take long because their mods are pretty good.
Well, then, what's your next team that you would want to mod up?
So here's my plan. My plan is I'm gonna go till 11 o'clock my time. So we're gonna do about half an hour. We're gonna just set a hard time limit on it.
Okay.
And if I need to go, and if I don't get done, and if this becomes popular, I might do some more tomorrow or the day after, depending on how it goes.
Oh, I'll do loads. I'm gonna have to figure this out too. So,
hey Frax, can you turn your gain up a little bit so Jorg can not get? So Benny and I are much louder than you are.
Yeah.
All right. So I can come down to this aggregate and probably turn it down a little bit like that. Does that help?
Well, we'll see what Jorg has to say here in a few seconds. So why don't we get started, and we'll keep an eye on Jorg for volume here.
Just check me in if I want to. All right. So back to the window. Okay, so I have imported my mods into the mod tool. But so the first thing I did though is I actually made a spreadsheet of the people I want to mod, sort of in the order I want to mod them. And I'm going to pretty much basically go top to bottom. This makes sure that the guys at the top of the list have a better mod pool to pick from, so they will be better modded. And I have actually added a whole lot of people on this list. It goes all the way down. I've got 299, so that's 98 people on this list. I'm not going to do all of those probably, and you can see most of them don't actually have mod preferences input. But my intention is to go pretty much through every character I want to use and give them mods intentionally. So I'm running Revan and Arena. I'm going to start with my Arena team. You can see here, I've already, the preferences. My Revan wants speed. I'm going to give Yoda. He wants CCCD spits with speed. These are pretty standard. This is how I have these guys modded, and their mods are pretty close. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a slot, Revan, sort speed, and just pretty much go through and pick Revan's mods as they are.
So, in case anybody watches this video that's not familiar with the mod tool,
yes,
this is the mod tool that Frax wrote for us. And if you would like access to it, just at one of us, and we'll get you access to it.
Yeah, it's baller for sure.
As Frax goes through and adds these mods in too, I'll point out his spreadsheet list that he's put together. We kind of crowdsourced this list earlier today about what are sort of the mod priority characters. I think what we've really tried to look at is what we call engine characters, which are characters that in many teams you only need one character with speed, and because they feed the rest of the team. So like with First Order, it's Kylo, or with Troopers, it's Stark, or with Z-Fin, it's Poe. And so a lot of these characters that he's going to be modding out after he gets out of his arena team are really going to just be identifying that one engine character to put premium mods on, rather than trying to spread his speed thin.
Right.
And now,
yeah,
I'm going to say.
Go ahead, Frax.
The first thing I've noticed is on my Jolie, I'm giving him health and tenacity sets, and so if I'm sorting my arrows by health secondary. That's what this does here. And I've realized that Giovanni actually has a health arrow with more flat health on it than what I had on Jolie. So I'm actually going to switch his arrow with the one she has. So I've actually found a small improvement.
Oh boy, and it's a blue.
Yeah, and it's a blue, so it's got room to grow.
That is baller.
Anyway, y'all can continue.
Nice find.
Yeah.
Now, again, all your mods have to be equipped.
Yes.
They can't just be sitting in nowhere zone. So that's my problem currently, is trying to get the nowhere zones that have great secondaries on them onto some tunes that can use them.
Where is Bastila's square? Oh, I put it on Jolie.
So what's interesting is I look at you mod this team, Frax, and you are putting a lot of speed across your entire arena team. And I think with Revan, Revan actually wants that, because there isn't necessarily a huge TM engine for Revan outside of Yoda, who gives himself TM.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
You kind of need speed on everybody. However, I think as you get deeper into your roster, you're going to start asking yourself questions of like, do I need plus 115 speed on Bastila to win in my arena? And the answer is probably no.
Mm-mm. It helps, but ultimately you want to play to the character's strengths. And though she's a little slower, isn't she, Bastila? Base speed?
This puts her at 140 something. Hold on, I can check. So this plus, what is she at? Plus 122. Puts her at 242. All right, so. And
Hans has made it very clear, by the way, in a YouTube chat that you don't need to do anything to your arena team.
That's the wrong.
How fast is your Revan running right now in arena?
My Revan in arena final speed is. Let me find him. Go to my phone here. 321.
Nice. Yeah, I'm a little slower. I'm at 303 right now. But I've seen some slow Revans in arena, mainly in Jermaine Propane's chat or Shard chat. I think 222 is the lowest I've seen on a Revan.
222.
It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
That is pretty bad. All right. Also, I will note, as I was going through here, I found this mod that I had acquired at some point.
You're cutting out.
All right, yeah. So I noticed I had this protection, health, triangle, plus 9 speed, and plus 22 defense that I had acquired since I originally modded my GK, and I'm replacing what I have on him currently, which is this plus 5 speed, 12 defense. So that's quite an upgrade in the flat defense category. All right. So that's my arena team. Modded mostly as I have them, with those couple of things that I found. All right, so now we get to the interesting part. If we go down this list, I listed my arena team 1 through 5. My next on my list is Thrawn. I like to keep my Thrawn fast. I don't know y'all's opinion on that,
but Thrawn is either my fastest tune or my second fastest tune. So on Wedge, I run Thrawn as my second fastest tune, and I even have mods on him that I would probably otherwise put on my arena team because I think he's that important to have fast.
Yeah.
I have mine moderately fast. I wouldn't say I have mine blazing fast. I think 275 is where I'm at with my Thrawn, which is, I think, kind of slow. But then again, he's not on my arena team anymore.
Both of my Thrawns are 307, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, that's where you want it to be as fast as possible, but I pull so many mods from other tunes, but we can go back to the drawing board too. I'm looking forward to remodding some of my tunes.
The beauty of Thrawn, though, is his secondary stats mean almost nothing.
Yeah.
So he's a great place for your defense triangles, for your potency crosses, for your weird stuff.
So here's my main problem with this. I have this nice defense primary triangle with 18 speed. However, it's a 4-dot mod, so I can't put that on Thrawn because I use this capital.
There's no potential there, yeah.
So I'm gonna have to drop down. I'm gonna end up losing 3 of quote possible speed just so I can have a 5-dot mod on him and pick up this protection triangle.
So that defense triangle is OG Kylo, probably. It's probably where I'd put that.
Right now I have it on Malice. OG Kylo has
also
shit
fine.
Too, though, that I use.
That's right.
So yeah. So here's the first actual interesting decision that I'm coming across. Right now I have this plus 20 offense diamond on Thrawn, which is useless as an offense diamond. Obviously, he has no other offense mods. But right above it, right around him, I have 2 health diamonds on Bastille and Jolie. And I bet I could probably they could probably lose a couple of speed and it wouldn't really hurt them. And then I could use this offense diamond on someone that actually wants an offense set.
Would look really good on Nui.
Plus 20 speed? Yeah. So
yeah, what's your guys' quick opinion on Nui, fast or slow, if you're running him in arena?
Mine's slow right now, but we'll see when we get there, or if we get there today.
If your goal is to beat Revan with Rebels, you need fast Nui. But, it depends on what you're using him for.
Yeah. So
mine are 250.
So I could trade. My next highest health diamond is plus 14. So I could give up 5 speed from Jolie to free that offense diamond from Thrawn.
I mean, a slow Jolie is a good thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a bad thing.
Yeah. So I'm thinking I'm gonna make that trade. Not on Thrawn. Whoops. I'm gonna give Thrawn Bastilla's because hers is plus 20. I'm gonna slow her down 1, and I'll slow Jolie down 5. And let me just unfilter. And so now I have this plus 20 diamond that I can use elsewhere and actually give a good speed boost to someone lower down my roster.
For sure. I think that's a great mod.
Yeah. All right. So now my Thrawn is sitting here right where he is currently, but just with 1 mod swapped, and he's at a pretty decent speed. That at one point in time that would have been my fastest mod set by a long shot.
Yeah. I think before Scion was released, yeah, I think that was everybody's primary speed focus was Grand Admiral Thrawn. But once Scion came along, you needed a fast Scion too.
Yeah, exactly. Even when I had Scion, though, Thrawn was always my fastest. Had my best set.
Right, I was late to the party on the Sith Triumvirate and Palp meta, so yeah, I was running Thrawn in basically all of my arena teams, and he was he's the most versatile tune in the game. He's a must.
Yeah, he is one of the better tunes.
If you don't have Thrawn G12 now, and you're sitting at 2.5 plus GP, it's time to gear up Thrawn because he's just going to make your TWs and your GA offense that much better.
Yeah. All right.
So Coldeth and Astaire are getting a little fussy in chat about me saying that primaries aren't as important on Thrawn. And, I mean, I see what they're saying. I mean, yes, Thrawn is he hits hard at times. The prot, he has a ton of natural health and protection. And so, yeah, I mean, obviously, if you can get better secondaries on him or better primaries on him, you should. But, I I mean, at the end of the day, if your Thrawn doesn't go first, he's highly less useful in many comps. So, I mean, I generally say sell out for speed because you're using him to either go, before or right after Revan, or you need him to go first in a Treya counter team. So
yes, yeah, you want him to go with that Treya team so he can turn mirror swap and still fracture right after Scion goes. That's where you benefit from a very fast Scion. So I agree. You sell out for speed on Thrawn 100%.
Now,
sorry guys.
I mostly agree, but I'm not going to stick, say, 2 defense mods on Thrawn. Unlikely. Anyway, next on my list, CLS. I'm going to look for a CC/CD set. Probably my second fastest one after the one that's on Yoda, because I already gave Yoda the best set I had.
So here's my question then: what are you using CLS for?
I use them as to kill things in GA and TW.
So I think you mod CLS for speed, and if that happens to also be a CC/CD set is as fast as if you put a speed set on him. I think you go 180, a CD speed set, and that means you can probably get him closer to 300 speed if you do that.
So
and that's a big difference.
So you're thinking I would do better with speed CC rather than CD? CD triangle?
I would, yes. CD triangle, and probably also an offense cross, because you're going to need him low health and protection to make sure he gets guard.
Yeah.
Assuming you're using him at 3PO.
Yeah. So yeah, well, let's see what I can make with that. So if I just go...
Also, as a side note, that makes CLS a lot more useful, I think speed is better in Rancor, it's better in tank to the degree that anybody cares about that.
So let's see what we got. If I go just across the top, I've got 4 speed mods and a CC mod as my fastest mods left. So I could do that in a CC arrow, or I could drop down to, I could lose a speed, pull this CC square, and then use a speed arrow. And so I think what I'm actually going to do, if I'm going to do that, I'm actually going to drop down and lose a possible speed here. Just because I know I'm pretty short on speed squares once I get past these 4, and I know I'm going to have a lot of people that want speed sets. And I have more speed arrows than I do CC arrows.
Yeah, I'm looking through my mods right now, and I have no fast offense or tenacity squares whatsoever.
Yeah, so just from knowing my nods, so if I do that, I got him at 101 plus the speed set bonus. And what does that put him at, JD?
Plus 116, more or less.
And so that's
He's base speed's 153, I think, off the top of my head. 157. 162, something like that.
Nice.
Yeah, one sec, I'm right here. Yeah, he's 151 or 162 with your 60 or G12 plus. I'm sorry, not 60.
I said mine does not have the G12 plus, so it will just be 150.
Okay.
So 152 is what Aster is saying his base speed is.
Yep.
152 plus
Math.
115 is what is that, 272?
Yeah.
And what would if you put a CDCC set on him, what would we be at? Can you get him to 260?
Let's see what I got. CC, CD, and sort by speed. He would need that one, that one, that one. I can get him to plus 88 or plus 102. So essentially, I can get him to the same speed without the speed set bonus.
Huh.
So I'd be given it's 15 speed essentially.
Very nice.
And what about if you don't do CC? What if you go with like a tenacity set or a defense set, whatever? He doesn't really need CC much.
So
because if you're using him with R2 and under his own lead, he's gonna boost to near 100%.
So all right, let me go here. I could grab. Where were those CC mods? It was the arrow. So pretty much. Let's see here. Thing. That was a plus 15 circle. I would only be getting 3 there. Could get him up to 108. If I give him health and CD.
Yeah, that may be wise. Maybe instead of wasting that, not wasting, but using that speed set, because you're gonna have other characters that really do need your best speed sets to be useful.
So that leaves him with this mod set, health and CD over here. 108 speed. Now, currently, what I will say, what I do have on him currently would be 3 speeds slower. It's this nice fat plus 49 defense health circle on him.
Yeah, Aster is right. I think in this case that you go ahead and use the CD set because all these other engine characters 100% want speed sets,
Yeah.
and if the CD set is useful on him, I mean, putting a CD set on Poe is just a waste of time.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And in fact, I think if you look down your list of characters that you're going to be going through here pretty soon, there's not a ton. Yeah.
There's not many that don't want to be fast. All right, so we'll let's call CLS done. Next on the list, I have Bosk.
Okay.
I have him modded as a tank, but fast. So that means not a speed set, essentially. What do y'all think?
How fast?
Let me see what I got. VO SSK.
I mean, I think as long as you're getting him to the 260 range without a speed set, it's fine. But if you're not, then I would say you might want to put a speed set on him.
Well, let's see what we can do here. I got the tenacity.
I mean, on Wedge, I've got him at 275 without a speed set, so that's fine.
Yeah, that's great.
Look at you.
I'm sitting at 265, I think, right now on my Bosk with speed and defense, but I'm on the hunt. No pun intended.
So let me take a glance at what I got on him right now. Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop down and give him this one. I'm not gonna give him a crit chance triangle for 1 speed. That's just not gonna happen.
No, you can. I think you want to go for protection 100% boss, don't you?
I kind of split between health and protection. So I'm gonna.
I have a 60 health percent on him. I mean, it's 22 speed, so that's why. But
so I like to do at least one. So right now I'm running 2 health and a protection primary. I could see the argument going the other way. Let's see what I got as far as available mods. So I have these 2 protection crosses that are my fastest crosses remaining at the health set. This one has some pretty good offense, but I don't know that that's really going to help Bosk a lot. This one has some extra tenacity and some extra defense. So I'm going to stick that one.
Wow. So this has been instructive for me because I just noticed that I had a 6E protection circle, 19 speed on CLS, and a 16% health plus 22 speed health circle on Bosk. I'm going to switch those.
Nice. Yeah, so now I have a protection circle and 3 healths that are all the same speed here. So you're thinking 2 protection and a health, or 2 healths and a protection? Which way do you think you should go here?
I put all protection. I mean, he gets plus 50%, and so all things being equal, I would go with protection unless you have, just compelling speed on the health mod.
Well, I have this 16% health triangle with extra health that I've been using on.
Because I think you need to also think about what tunes would rather have health than protection, and so as you get into like your Night Sisters, that mod's probably better on zombie than it is on.
Yeah, but this is
Bosk.
a tenacity set. It's not a health set.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it should be on Jolie then.
Well, you could make that argument because Jolie, I'm running 2 healths and a protection, and it was essentially it's a wash on the speed here. I have thought about switching those around. You could probably talk me into it if you tried. But so right now I have Bosk at 105 with a little tenacity, a little flat protection, a little flat health.
Now I have mine is that with a speed set or not with a speed set?
No speed set.
I think that's pretty good then. I mean, that's a little slow, but if you can do it without a speed set, I think that preserves something good for later.
That would be 268 because of mine right now. As he's modded in game right now, I have him at 258 at 90 plus 95. So that would be an extra 10 speed I'd gain on Bosk.
You have G12 plus on him?
He is maxed.
Okay. And I think that's pretty good. So mine on Diddy is plus 266 plus 115, but I don't have any G12 plus, so
yeah. All right, we are approaching 11. I will do. Let's do one more, and then that'll call it a night, and we pick this up later. Hopefully next time, it won't take 30 minutes to get started since I've already got all this stuff set up. All right, next character on my list, BB-8. Does he need anything other than fast?
I mean, do you want him to be dual modded for the raid, or do you not care?
I don't care.
Then speed.
That's just speed.
I'm gonna take
maybe health.
I'm gonna take this health circle right here, and that's 3 speed mods I got. So I can do that in a speed arrow, and then go find. I'll take this one from. I'll just keep the one he's got on. All right. So I need a triangle and a cross. What I got? Still avoiding this 4-dot mod here.
I think that's a place for that 4-dot mod, maybe. I mean, BB-8 certainly doesn't need 5 dots if it's,
Yeah. So, let's see, I could drop him.
Was a defense set, though, right? Or defense primary?
Yeah, defense primary.
I mean, that's also great for Nihilus or great for 3PO or great for Hoda.
Yeah, I think I'm holding this in my pocket for one of those characters that really doesn't matter. So I've got this crit chance defense triangle.
I like crit chance on BB-8, but that's partially for the raid.
Yeah. I have several. Well, actually, right now he's rocking this 15 speed 4-dot protection triangle. which is not the best, but. So our other options, I suppose I can move him up or down. Give him old Ben's defense. Could do something like this. Get him at plus 111. He's got a crit chance primary, a protection primary, and a health primary. Speed and defense sets. I could make him.
I think that's pretty.
I could make him a little slower and switch the primary of the sets around. Like I could try to get a health or a CC set on him instead of a defense set, but. You got any thoughts on that?
You were still talking about BB-8, right?
Yeah, still BB-8.
I think you just take what you can get for speed at this point. You know what I mean? You want BB-8 to go.
All right.
Get his cooldowns rolling. I think BB-8 is one of them tunes that you can justify a broken set other than speed to get that extra speed.
Well, actually, I have a defense set complete on him right now.
I mean, that said, though, you're generally running BB-8 in a team with droids.
Yep.
And so he's going to get a tremendous amount of speed from that. So, I think he gets targeted a lot.
Yeah, you want to put some survivability on him. Health sets are most common because they're easiest to farm through the challenges and such. So
yeah, so here's another option here. So what if I do that? I do that. That's not good.
There was another option.
Well, I got this protection. My triangles take a big dip quickly. I got a couple at 15, and then it's just like off the chart. So I got yeah. My fastest health triangle is 13. Well, health set, health primary. So I could give him this. Well, that's what I was going to do. I was going to give him that protection. And then I could give him a health. Now I could get him at. I'll lose 3 speed to get him another protection primary and a health set. So he's at plus.
I say go for it.
He's at plus 108 plus the speed set bonus, so that puts him.
Yeah, I think if you're hovering around the 280 range, that's serviceable. Yeah.
So you have to think, like, what are you going to be using him for, right? And so generally you're going to be using him to beat bounty hunters. And so if you're generally using him to beat bounty hunters, then you're more than fast enough. Yeah,
you're easily going to outspeed all the bounty hunters. Because I think Boba and Jango run very, very slow as well as Bosk. And Dengar is one of the slowest, I believe, isn't he?
Yeah, well, the only speed you care about is Bosk, and even the fastest Bosk I've ever seen is 285 or so. And so
I think Astaire has a 293. Actually, I know Astaire has a 293 Bosk.
Okay, but still, a 280 BB-8 is going to outspeed that, no problem.
Yeah, I know. I hate seeing 293. Oh, see, 294. My bad. I hate seeing that high of a speed on a tune that I love, like Bosk. It just makes me go nuts. It's like, well, I want 295 now. I could top that. But, yeah, it costs credits, so.
I could just, I could throw my Revan set on my Bosk and get him.
Yeah, there you go.
Get him fast.
But no, I think that in all the TW and G8 uses for BB-8, You don't need to be any faster than that.
108.
No.
Probably.
Yeah. For sure. I agreed on that.
And I think that's an important thing for us to talk about right here is this idea
Yeah.
that you only have to be fast enough for the use that you use it for. And if your RJT team or your troopers, right? So the primary use for troopers, either killing sisters or killing a squishy bounty hunter or a squishy first order, you only have to be so fast. And I mean, what's the fastest Kylo you've ever seen? 250? 260?
Yeah, 250 probably.
And so a 260 or a 265 Stark is going to outspeed that. That's all you have to beat.
Very easily, too. I think that's where it pays off to match your sets on those across the factions with your troopers, your bounty hunters, etc. Because they're not going to get those huge speeds, but they're going to have the other secondary stats that are going to help you win that match or hold on defense.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, you want to do one more, or you don't want to call it a night?
Well, I'm watching the Laker game, so I'm up for another hour.
We have you got 160 to go, don't you? 160 characters to go to mod eventually.
So we've done 8.
Yeah.
Who's next?
Or 9. 9. We've done 9. Next on the list is I have. Speaking of troopers, Colonel Stark.
Yeah, so I actually think Stark is highly under-modded, generally speaking. I don't think enough people understand how important a fast Stark is to successful troopers.
Yeah.
Here's another argument with that is look at all the other TB tunes, because Stark came out with the Dark Side territory battles. And with Hoth, Rebel, Soldier, and Scout for the light side, Captain Han and Rolo, nobody really cared to use them. Whereas Stark is very useful with the Troopers team and required 100% to run on offense in TW.
Stark is a good character.
Absolutely, and he operates at a high base speed already. So finding him the correct set. You can go speed, and you can have one of the fastest Starks. You want him to go fast because you want that crit chance and crit damage up immediately. Get your offense rolling.
He's a plus 100 minimum character.
Yeah.
And if you can get him to 120, you're going to be killing it.
Absolutely. And necessary for the Phase 6 special mission as well.
Yeah, it's a crapshoot anyway, though.
Yeah. Platoons.
All right. So let's see what I got left to work with anyway.
I think potency is one that you can just dump on for speed if you got some extra potency sets.
Yeah, I have a couple of potency. You can see at the top of these columns here, I have a few potency mods that are.
Careful though, that potency is probably more important on Poe.
Yeah, I don't. Really,
sure.
This pair right now that's sitting on Dastila. I don't think I'm going to burn those too much just quite yet. This one that's sitting on Dengar is. I mean, obviously, I found that at some point because my Dengar is like Gear 8. So this is just a throw it on someone mod. But so the first thing I'm going to do though is try to find the speed set mods I'm going to use.
I would consider the defense mod here. That defense triangle, only because yeah. I mean, if you can get CD on Stark, that's great because he does hit very hard. Yeah. But the key is him going first.
Yeah, in my mind, it was either going to be so Stark somewhere you can hide a 4-dot mod because he does not have a ship. So I have this 15 protection triangle. It's a CC set, or I have this 18 speed defense primary. I think either way it goes, I'm going to pick this square. I'm going to pick that diamond. And so now you're getting into these columns here where I do not have a very deep on the speed set. So let's go ahead and pick him. I'm not entirely sure the secondaries on the arrow make a ton of difference. This one has some crit chance. I'll just throw that on there. All right. So speed set's done. You say just speed.
I think so.
I think so. I think I like the potency set just because I have a ton of potency sets for some reason. I think I got into a potency set farming mode where I had a bunch of extras with good secondary speed.
Yeah.
So, but that's just me. I kind of like to go with like a tenacity or defense because you don't want those buffs ripped off of your troopers.
So note though that this potency is plus 14. All of these triangles all the way down, or not triangles, crosses down to this purple one here are all plus 14. So all these are the same speed. And my plus 15 circles go down to the same row.
So I'd probably stick that tenacity circle and the tenacity potency cross, maybe.
That one.
You could do potency if you have protection. I like protection a little better, even though they regen it like crazy. But
unfortunately, you can see the primaries on these are not the best, and I think this mod in particular probably has a better home than Stark.
I would argue that if Stark is taking damage, you're probably not in great shape.
Anyway, yeah.
Right.
Well, so with those two mods, I'm at 106 plus the speed set. That is with a health primary, a potency primary, and a defense primary. So that'll put him.
I think you can rock that. That'll probably put him at 265.
His base speed looks to be about 155. So 155. Okay. So it's an extra 15. So 121.
His base speed is 155. So that's going to run him at plus 121?
Yeah, 121 should be.
Which will put you at about 274, more or less.
Yes, yeah,
pretty good. I think that's good. I mean, that's going to let you outspeed most Bosks. It's going to let you outspeed most first order officers or Kylos, and it's going to let you outspeed any Night Sister, really, unless they've really gone hard on mods for Asajj.
Yeah. Awesome. He is taking analysis mods, as you see, but I don't think that's really going to matter much when we get to them. So, I think we're going to stop there for the night. I need to go to bed because I have to go to work in the morning.
Yeah, it's getting a little late for peeps after the New Year's hangover for sure.
Yeah, it's 11:15. As you can see, we barely made a dent in this sheet. So, if this was helpful, I can continue this discussion tomorrow or the next day, depending on when I have time.
Yeah, I'll definitely be recording some content for viewing purposes as well, because I am going to remod my entire account top to down in the next week before Territory Wars. So
yeah, so
doing a lot of the same stuff.
Yeah,
I would say, Frax, when you stream this next time, zooming in on the page would probably be helpful because it's kind of hard to read the mods that you're going through.
Especially on mobile, it's a little difficult to make out the stats.
Is that any better?
Say again.
I said, is that any better?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I did not. This it's the way this page is laid out. It's hard to see on a smaller screen.
I've got to figure out why your mic breaks up so much too.
Yeah.
Bluetooth. I'll get my other headset out. The wired.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
using a Bluetooth mic.
Yeah, you want to do a plug-in.
Rookie mistake.
Remember when you told me to plug in a mic?
Yeah,
look at how great it worked.
I told you to get a mic.
Well, I had one, and you told me that I was dumb for not using the one I had. So I was like, "Hey, I have one." just throwing a little something at you. That's all.
I know.
But yeah, this was a lot of fun. I'm gonna mod my whole account. I'm excited.
You didn't make too much fun of me, so that's gonna be all right.
What's that?
So you didn't make too much fun of me here, so.
No. Well, we had a lot of requests to see some other pages of yours that viewers wanted to see, but we didn't get around to that. So thanks for listening, guys.
When you end the stream, just hit stop streaming, and it'll archive the video on YouTube.
All right. Well,
all right.
All right. So
good night, fellas.
Good night, fellas. I am going to archive this. I will hang out on Discord for just another second.
All right.
I'm ending the YouTube.